Hey everybody, welcome to the Jersey Zone. Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays if you don't celebrate. Since today is Christmas though, I wanted to do a little bit of a themed video, so I'm going to go over my Jersey Christmas wish list for every single team. Basically what I mean by that is I'm just going to say one thing that I would like each team to do with their jerseys in the future. Before we do jump into it though, if you guys are new to the channel and you like hockey jersey content, please make sure to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. This time I'm not actually going to go in alphabetical order like I usually do. I'm going to split it up by division. We're going to start off with the Atlantic Division and the Boston Bruins. Now, of course, with Boston, they are wearing their centennial jerseys this season, and they are supposed to go back to their previous home and aways next season, and I'm kind of okay with that. Like, I like their centennial jerseys actually quite a bit. They've grown on me a lot, and I do like their previous jerseys, although they have worn them for a little while now, and I wouldn't mind a change, but that's not my wish. My wish is that they would keep their third jersey going into next season. So I absolutely love their current third jersey that they're wearing for their centennial season. I think it's one of the best Boston Bruins jerseys that they've ever made, which is saying a lot because I actually do like a lot of Boston Bruins jerseys. Unfortunately, I'm a Leaf fan, so I don't want to like their jerseys, but honestly, I think they do a very good job with them, and that third jersey is fantastic, so I would love for them to bring it back in some way, either next season or in future seasons. Next is the Buffalo Sabres. I kind of had a hard time coming up with one for them because I really like their setup right now. Their home and away is fantastic. Obviously, that third jersey being the goat head is beautiful, and I don't need that to be their home jersey. I'm fine with them keeping it as a third, so yeah, I wasn't really quite too sure what I wanted from the Buffalo Sabres, and my only thought was maybe make that 2022 Heritage Classic jersey into the away just because I like the cream color a lot, and I think that would be nice as an away jersey, or they also could implement their 2018 Winter Classic logo onto one of their jerseys just because the Buffalo itself is like a leather texture, and I think that is a lot of fun. But I also do like the way that the Buffalo is textured on their new home and away jerseys as well. So yeah, I'm not really quite too sure what I would want the Buffalo Sabres to do because I really like their setup right now. So yeah, I'm fine with actually what they have. The Detroit Red Wings, on the other hand, though, I would love for them to get brand new jerseys because they've had those jerseys basically since the 50s. They've changed the logo up a little bit, but yeah, outside of that, it is literally the exact same jersey, the exact same template, and I would love for that to completely change. I'm just so bored with these jerseys at this point. I'm not saying that they look bad, but I just want something new. I want something fresh from the Red Wings, and they have really nice specialty jerseys, so it's not like they're unable to make good new jerseys. They just haven't really done so with their home and away, and like I understand why the fan base I don't really think wants that, but selfishly I really do. Then with the Florida Panthers, I would love for them to have their old school logo on their current jersey, which is a little bit of a tease for a future video. I should have it out before the end of the year. We'll kind of have to see, you know, sometimes just things get caught up and it's a little bit of a busy season, but hopefully I'll have that video out by the end of the year. But either way, yeah, I would love for that old school logo to be on their current jersey because their current template is fantastic. I don't mind their logo right now. Like, I don't think it is a bad looking logo. I know some people really don't like it. I think it is okay, but I much prefer that old school logo. It is way better. So that logo on their current jerseys, I think would look fantastic. As for the Montreal Canadiens, it's the same thing as the Red Wings, where yes, they are classic jerseys, but for me, they're just so boring at this point, and I would like to see something new. The Ottawa Senators were another team like Buffalo, where I wasn't quite too sure what I would want them to do because I don't mind their current home and away. Like, I think that is pretty nice, but I find that their home jersey is a little bit boring, and I thought about, okay, maybe adding some white stripes, but they basically had that jersey during like the late 90s, and I don't really like how big that white stripe is inside of like the two red stripes there. I didn't really like how that looked, so I thought maybe about adding a bronze stripe to match like inside of the logo there has a little bit of that bronze, so something like that. I'm really honestly not quite too sure what I would want with the Ottawa Senators. I think their current setup is like not bad, but it's not as good as I think it could be. Then with the Tampa Bay Lightning, this is kind of an easy one. You can do one of two things. Either change the template of your jersey so it doesn't match the Detroit Red Wings, or you can change the colors so they don't match the Toronto Maple Leafs. One of those two. Honestly, the colors, you could go back to like your previous color scheme with the black and everything like that. I don't know if I would love for them to just completely go back to those old school jerseys. Not that I don't like those old school jerseys. I like them actually quite a bit, but you know, I would like to see them do something new and something different, and I like their current logo and everything like that. Like, I don't mind their current look and everything and their color scheme, but since it is so similar to the Leafs and then the Red Wings, it just doesn't really come off as original, so I would like for them to change it up just a little bit to add that originality. Last in the Atlantic, I have the Toronto Maple Leafs, and this one is an easy one. Use that Reverse Retro 2.0 jersey as a home. I was so disappointed that they only used that jersey twice because I think it's a very, very nice looking jersey. It's basically just an improvement on their current home jersey. Their current home and aways, I think, are fine. Like, they're not anything special in my opinion, so that Reverse Retro 2.0, it added the shoulder yoke, it added that little white cuff there, and I think that made it look so much better. So I would love that as a home. Make an away version of that, which is kind of what they had during like their mid 2000s as a third jersey. It's kind of pretty much like an away version of that Reverse Retro 2.0. So use those two jerseys as a home and away, and I would absolutely love it. Now we're into the Metro, starting off with the Carolina Hurricanes. Just pick a direction, man. Like, honestly, it really feels like they're all over the place, and they don't really have, one way that they want to go. They really kind of feel like they're in an identity crisis right now. Their home jersey is completely different than their away, which is completely different than the third jersey, and that third jersey used to be their home jersey. It's really a mess, and I would love for them to make their home jersey and make an away version of that. I think that would be pretty nice, even if they use their away jersey and then their Reverse Retro 2.0, which is basically just a home version of that away. I wouldn't love that personally because I really don't like those jerseys, but at least it would be something. At least it would be like kind of a consistent pattern with the Hurricanes, and right now, yeah, it just feels all over the place. So yeah, for me, whatever they decide to choose, just pick a direction and stick to it. Next is the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now this one is kind of a layup. I think most people would say make that Cannon jersey the home and then use an away version of that, and I would totally be on board with that. I would absolutely love it, but that's not what my wish is. My wish is I would love for the Stinger to come back as a shoulder patch. On their original jerseys, their inaugural season jerseys, they had Stinger on the shoulder, and I love him so much, man. It is one of my favorite shoulder patches of all time. I think it is just so much fun, so I would love to see him come back as a shoulder patch, whether that is just on a third jersey or on like some sort of specialty jersey. I guess did they have him on their Reverse Retro? I don't think they did. Okay, yeah, I just checked, and he wasn't on the Reverse Retro 1.0, so that is my wish. I don't really think it is going to happen, but I'm hoping for a Christmas miracle because I love Stinger, and him on the shoulder patch again would be phenomenal. Moving on to the New Jersey Devils, I wish that they would go back to their Christmas jerseys, and I'm not just saying that because this is a Christmas themed video, but I legitimately think that those are the best jerseys in their history. Specifically the Reverse Retro 1.0, I would love for that to be a home jersey for them. For some reason with the Devils, I've never really loved their jerseys when they just wear red and black, which is kind of strange because it does fit the theme quite well, but yeah, I just don't really like those jerseys a ton. I love the New Jersey Devils logo though. I think it is one of the best logos in the league, but for some reason, haven't really loved their jerseys in a long time, and I much prefer it when they have the green implemented as well. As for the New York Rangers, I think the fan base is really not going to agree with me on this one. I would love for them to use the Shield logo as the main logo on their jerseys. Get rid of the word mark. I'm tired of the word mark. It's once again like the Detroit and the Montreal jerseys where they've had them for so dang long. I just want something new, so I would love for that Shield logo to be on the front. I love the Shield logo. Their current third jersey, even though I'm not really a huge fan of the striping, I love the logo. I think the logo looks great. Maybe I'll even concede a little bit here and say put the Lady Liberty on the front. I love that logo as well. I think the Ranger fan base is a little bit more okay with that logo instead of the Shield, but yeah, either one of those logos on the front of the jersey, and I would be a happy camper because right now, I just do not like the word mark. And wrapping up the New York teams with the Islanders here, I would love for them to make a proper Fisherman jersey again. I really was not a huge fan of the Reverse Retro 2.0 jersey. I think it is a disgrace to the Fisherman jerseys. I really hate that jersey, and I've just grown more and more hatred for it as time has gone on, so I would love for them to make a proper throwback to the Fisherman jersey. I think that would be phenomenal, but don't think it's ever going to happen, at least not under Lou Lamoriello, so we'll probably have to wait a while until he's no longer the general manager of the team, and we'll see how long that takes, but yeah. Love a proper Fisherman throwback. That's what I would want. Moving on to the Pennsylvania teams, starting off with the Philadelphia Flyers. Of course, they got new jerseys this year, and I think they were a huge improvement on their previous jerseys. The only thing that I don't like is the numbers on the arms there. I don't like them just being one solid color. I think just a little bit of an outline to them would make the jerseys look a lot better. And then with the Pittsburgh Penguins, I've talked about this a lot on the channel, but I would love for them to go back to their previous color scheme with the dark blue and the baby blue. I think they look so good in those colors. I love the old school jerseys. I love their Winter Classics that they turned into third jerseys as well. I think they just look phenomenal in that color scheme. I think the yellow or the gold triangle in behind the Penguin looks really nice with those colors. I think it makes the logo pop quite nicely. So yeah, I would love for them to go back to that color scheme. And last in the Metro Division with the Washington Capitals, give me a new logo, man. I just really do not like the current Washington Capitals logo. I think it's the worst in the league, honestly, and I would like for them to change their jerseys as well, but specifically the logo. I just really want them to get rid of it. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, at least not until over Ovechkin retires. I think after he retires and maybe they start building up their prospect pool and everything like that, I could see them start to implement some new branding and make a new logo and everything like that. And whether that is them going back to the Screaming Eagle logo or the Capitol building or something brand new, I really do not mind. I just do not like their current logo. We're on to the Central Division now, starting off with the Arizona Coyotes. I would love for them to bring back that running yoke jersey, or some people call it the roadkill jersey. I think those people usually don't like it. I love the jersey myself. I think it is so cool. I really do like the cream color in the jersey and that customization kit as well. I think it looks quite nice. So yeah, I would love for them to bring back that jersey as a third jersey. I think that would be pretty cool. Moving on to the Chicago Blackhawks, I think some people might have been waiting for this one here because obviously there is that huge controversy around the logo. Some people find it offensive, other people don't. You know, obviously I do know the backstory in behind the Blackhawks logo and everything like that. So do I find it offensive? Well, it doesn't really matter what I think, right? Because I am so white. I am like Christmas Snow White. Well, there hasn't really been any snow this Christmas, which I'm thankful for. I really don't like snow, but yeah, if there was snow on the ground where I lived, I would be that kind of white because I'm very white is what I'm trying to say. I'm the whitest kid you know. But anyways, so obviously it's not offensive to me because there's no way that it would be. I'm not really going to get into that subject too much in this video here and not really get into like my opinion whether they should change it or not, because that's a huge thing. I can make its own video about it. So I'm going to leave that for now. And what I will say is I still want them to make a brand new jersey because once again, like the other original 6 teams that we've talked about, they have had these jerseys since like the 50s pretty much. They've changed the logo a little bit, but outside of that, you know, it's been basically the exact same jersey. So I would love for them to have just a brand new jersey, maybe make a black jersey as their current home jersey. That would be really cool. I've liked the Chicago Blackhawks black jerseys, so I think a black as the main home jersey would look really nice. Same with the other original 6 teams that I talked about with the Rangers and the Canadiens and the Red Wings, just something different. I would like to see something different. Now on to the Colorado Avalanche. Bring back the Glacier Twill into their customization kit. I love the previous era for the customization for the Colorado Avalanche, the Reebok era. They look so good with that Glacier Twill. It's my favorite customization style. Unfortunately, when they moved over to Adidas, they no longer used it, and Adidas really has not used Glacier Twill in any of their customization kits. I'm not really quite too sure why. I don't know if it's harder to get nowadays, if it's, you know, more expensive, whatever it may be, or if Adidas is just lazy and they don't want to use it, or, you know, maybe the teams don't want to use it. I do not know, but I love Glacier Twill so much, and Fanatics, if you're listening, bring back Glacier Twill. Use that in a couple of teams' customization kits, and I will love you so quickly. I just love that customization style so much. So yeah, that's what I would like to see from the Colorado Avalanche. As for the Dallas Stars, bring back that star pattern jersey. I love that one so much. Of course, they did kind of do a throwback to it with the Reverse Retro 1.0, but I really was not a huge fan of that one, and I think most people weren't as well. Although I will say, I don't think the Adidas template really helped out with that Reverse Retro 1.0. I'm not quite too sure if the star pattern really fits with the Adidas cut, just because on the previous jerseys, the CCM and the Coho, they were a lot boxier. The Adidas one is a lot slimmer, so it kind of cuts off the pattern underneath the arm. Same thing with the Buffalo Sabres goat head jersey as well. On those previous jerseys, the goat head looked a lot better with the striping underneath the arm and everything like that. So I think the template works a little bit better with those previous jerseys. Obviously, the quality and everything like that with the goat head specifically looks a lot better on the Adidas jersey as opposed to the CCM and Coho. But yeah, I'm just not quite too sure if the star pattern really fully works with the Adidas cut, but I would still like to see the jersey come back because it's one of the best Dallas Stars jerseys. As for the Minnesota Wild, they have one of the best home jerseys in the league right now, but with their away jersey, it's really lacking and kind of bland, so I would love for them to upgrade that away jersey, either make it in the same style as their home jersey or something else. I'm not really quite too sure, but yeah, I just would like to see a new away jersey for the Wild because I really don't like it, at least in compared to their home jersey, which is just amazing. Then with the Nashville Predators, bring back silver into their jerseys. It used to play a prominent role on their jerseys, basically from their inaugural season up until like the 2010s. That is when they switched over to using yellow as the main color of their jerseys, and ever since then I really haven't liked too many of their jerseys, but those previous ones, you know, where they had navy and everything like that and their inaugural season jerseys are phenomenal. They're so beautiful. So that's what I would like to see. Just bring back some silver into their jerseys, limit the amount of yellow on it because yeah, those yellow jerseys, just really not a huge fan of them. Moving on to the St. Louis Blues, they're another team where I do really like their current setup, and I wouldn't mind it if they just kept it the same for a little while longer, but if they did want to make a change, use that third jersey as the home and make the 2022 Winter Classic jersey as the away. I would love that. Those are some of the best looking St. Louis Blues jerseys, so those would be absolutely phenomenal, but at the same time, if they just want to keep it the way that they have it right now, I'd be alright with that too. And last for the Central Division, the Winnipeg Jets, I would like for them to change their home and away jerseys. I do still like their away jersey quite a bit, but I kind of just think it's time. There were rumors that they might use both of their Heritage Classic jerseys, so the 2016 one and the 2019 one, which is their current alternate jersey, jersey as the home and away, and I would love that. Those jerseys are absolutely phenomenal, but they could also use the Reverse Retro 2.0 as the away jersey and make a home version of that, and I would be on board for that as well. So whatever they want to go, I would just like to see a new home and away setup for the Jets. And our last division here is the Pacific, starting off with the Anaheim Ducks. This one's not going to be a surprise. I want a new home and away set for them. You know, I think this is probably the most requested team to change their home and away jerseys. People really do not like them. Now, honestly, I actually do not mind their current logo. I think it is a relatively decent logo. I think it gets way more hate than it really deserves, but obviously it's comparing to the Mighty Duck logo, which people love that one so much, so I kind of understand why people hate that logo, the current logo, as much as they do, but I really don't think it's that bad. That being said, though, I do still want the Mighty Duck logo to come back as the main logo again for the Ducks. You know, use that Reverse Retro 2.0 jersey as the away, and maybe their third jersey, like that orange third jersey, as the home, or just make a home version of that Reverse Retro 2.0. Whatever they want to do, you know, they could do basically anything. As long as it includes the Mighty Duck logo, I think almost everybody would be happy. Then with the Calgary Flames, it's something small, but it did irk me when they changed over to their new primary jerseys, and that is their alternate captain's patch. So on their previous jerseys, the A used to be the Atlanta Flames logo, and obviously it fit very well with the Calgary Flames brand. It worked as an alternate captain's patch because it literally is just an A. However, when they moved over to their new home and away set, they removed that. They changed it completely, and now it's kind of just a regular A, and I don't know why they did that. I feel like the Atlanta Flames logo would work even more so on their current jerseys, considering their current jerseys are basically just the Atlanta Flames jerseys from back in the day. So I don't know why they would change that. Maybe they thought it blended in a little bit too much on the current jerseys, and maybe it would confuse or at least look a little bit strange to some of the older fans who watched the Atlanta Flames back in the day. I don't really know, but either way, I want that Atlanta Flames alternate captain's patch back on the Flames jerseys. As for the Edmonton Oilers, I have a quick one here. Get rid of that third jersey. I don't like it. I don't think it looks good. It's probably one of the worst jerseys in the league right now, so if they got rid of it, I'd be happy. With the LA Kings, bring back purple and gold into their color scheme. It's another easy one. I just love purple and gold. I think it works so well with the Kings. I don't think it would look particularly good with their current setup and current template, so you probably would have to change that. Maybe they could use one of their older school jerseys, you know, that would be fine, or if they wanted to make a new one as well, or just use one of their reverse retros, whatever they want to do, as long as it's purple and gold, I'm probably going to like it. Now on to the San Jose Sharks. I kind of have two wishes here. One, with their home uniforms, I think they should add a little bit more white into that thing. I love the teal. I think the teal is great, but there's a lot of teal on that home setup, and I really just think, you know, maybe a little bit more white in the pants or something there. I'm not really quite too sure where you could add the white to kind of help balance it out, but I still like it. I don't think it looks particularly bad, but a little bit of a different color doesn't really have to be white, just to balance that uniform out a little bit. I think I would like that. In terms of an actual jersey wish, I would love for them to do a dark version of the Reverse Retro 2.0 jersey. I think I talked about it in my last video, or one of my previous videos, don't really quite remember, but either way, I just want a teal version of that California Golden Seals jersey so bad. So yeah, that's what I would love. If the San Jose Sharks decided to do a teal version of that Reverse Retro 2.0, I would love them forever. They would become my favorite team. Not actually, but I would really appreciate it, that is for sure, and I would buy that jersey like straight away. As for the Seattle Kraken, this one stumped me a little bit at the start, and I was like, I'm not really quite too sure what I would want for a Kraken jersey, but then I remembered, oh yeah, I want a stage gradient, a full-on stage gradient for the Seattle Kraken, or maybe even just a regular gradient. I'd be fine with that too, but basically right now on their current home and away jerseys, the striping on the arm basically acts as a gradient, so I want that over an entire jersey. I think that would be a ton of fun, and hey, even if you want to put like an actual Kraken logo on the front of that jersey, I'd be totally down for that too, but if they just used their regular logo and did a regular gradient or a stage gradient, whatever they want to do, I would love that. I think that would be so much fun. With the Vancouver Canucks, this is another team where I didn't really have too many complaints. So what I came up with is just for one night, like only one night a season, bring back the Flying V. Either make that like a Heritage Night or an Ugly Jersey Night, whatever you want to make it, just bring back the Flying V for one night only. I don't want it to be like a recurring jersey throughout the entire season or anything like that. Definitely does not need to be the home jersey, that is for sure. But yeah, just a one night thing. I think it could be a ton of fun just to go all out. I think fans could really get behind that as well and, you know, wear a whole bunch of their Flying Vs to the game as well. I think the stands could look really cool that night. So that's what I would like to see, and maybe, hey, even during like the entire league, like throughout the entire league, maybe have an Ugly Jersey Night. That could be really cool. I would absolutely love that, but I don't know. That's kind of crazy. I don't really think that's ever going to happen, but yeah, just maybe one night Flying V. Could be cool. And our last team here is the Vegas Golden Knights. I have 2 wishes, like the San Jose Sharks. So the first one is use the gold helmets with the gold jerseys. Come on, Vegas. What are you doing? Just put the gold helmets with the gold jerseys. It would be crazy, and it would look so much better than the gold helmets with the gray jerseys. I just don't think it works as well. So that is my one request there, my one wish. The other wish is to remove the perforation from the name and number kits. I've never really been a huge fan of perforated number kits. The only time that I kind of like it is with the Vancouver Canucks and their stick and rink jersey, where the perforation kind of made it look like it's raining. I think that is pretty cool. Or with the Dallas Stars and their third jersey, the kind of, what do they call it, the rave jersey? I don't remember. Blackout, that's what it is. The blackout jersey. The perforation on that number kit give it a 3D effect. So those are the only perforated number kits that I really like. With Vegas's, it's just a whole bunch of holes in the numbers, and I just don't think it looks particularly that great. So in my opinion, I think they should remove that, and that's what I would be happy with. Okay, Vegas, no perforated numbers, and done. All right, now I can go ahead and get this list sent off to Santa. It's December 25th. Probably should have thought about this earlier. Oh, what a stupid outro. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know maybe some things that you would like teams to change. You know, you don't have to give an entire list like I did here, but yeah, just maybe a couple of things. I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on all of my social medias, but that is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays, and I'll see you guys next time.